Good morning. You listen to FortDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Imran Ahmad, the newly named CEO of HMTX. Imran, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, Kemp. Thank you.
I've been looking forward to meeting you. I've got a long relationship with HMTX. Most people know HMTX is a family-owned business run by Harlan Stone, and you've just stepped in to be CEO. Let's talk a little bit about your background. You were the group president of the decorative architectural products at Masco for several years. And I know that included Behr Paint, which has a huge relationship with Home Depot. So I'm sure that was part of the attraction for coming over here, right?
Yeah, indeed. First of all, the attraction was the great business that Harlan Stone and the entire leadership team has built. And of course, the additional piece, the relationship they have with Home Depot, the connection that I have with Home Depot through my previous experiences adds to the mix. So absolutely, I've been fortunate enough from a background perspective to work across a number of industries and leadership roles, and that all contributes to me coming here.
How did you meet Harlan, and what led to you coming on here with this role?
In fact, I've met Harlan and the board of directors over the last 6 to 8 months. We've had a number of conversations, and I really enjoyed the conversation I had with both Harlan as well as the broader board of directors. The three things I look for in a really positive culture, a combination of humility, ambition, and competence. I found all those three elements in that executive team and Harlan himself. And that made me feel really positive about joining HMTX as their next leader.
What are your early impressions of what HMTX's strengths are? And where do you see the biggest opportunities to build on that foundation?
Great question. I've really been impressed by the quality of the people. I've been impressed by the depth of the customer relationship the team has built over the decades. The entrepreneurial culture, the innovation-focused culture, those are really important elements. Those aren't things that you can easily create. They're real competitive advantages. And the opportunity now for me is to build even more capabilities around those strengths, those cultural elements, those capabilities, whether that's continuing to double down and focus on innovation, build on the operational excellence legacy, expanding into new markets, new customer segments, all of that to really help take this business from its current level to next level of growth. I think I want to use the phrase from excellence to eminence. That would be the direction I would like to take the HMTX business going forward.
Just a real quick review for some of the listeners that may not know, HMTX is a massive company. According to our annual report, of course, this is our estimate, the company did over $700 million. A lot of that with Home Depot, and it's all in the resilient category.
Yeah, your numbers are directionally correct. We're probably closer to 800. Obviously, it's not a public company, so we don't disclose specific amounts. It is a very scaled business with large contribution from Home Depot as well as many other customers.
I've toured factories with HMTX and spent a few years. And I know the company's been going through some transition. You've got a massive WPC plant in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, in Pittston, Pennsylvania, we've built a pretty large facility that's highly automated. We've invested a large amount of capital, both from a machine automation investment standpoint, as well as from personnel standpoint, significant capability that we've built and continue to build on in Pittston. We're really excited about that capability, being able to manufacture WPC inside the USA.
One of the first innovations that put this company on the map was the overlapping strip on the floating floor that they did with MetroFloor. You've always had a sustainability focus. You came to Neocon several years ago with a non-PVC resilient product. So the company knows how to stand tall in certain areas, right?
Yeah, 100%. You nailed it. I think innovation is the foundation, competitive edge, the differentiator for HMTX. We've been on the leading edge of a number of innovations that we've brought to the market. This year, we're in the process of launching over 50 new products, polished tile and other products that are focused on sustainability. I'm really looking forward to continuing that trend of highly valuable, value-added, commercially successful innovation through HMTX.
It's got to be refreshing, too, to leave a massive publicly traded company like Masco and come with a little family-owned business where things can be a little bit more nimble, right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a really good combination. I wouldn't call it little. I would say it's a very scaled business. So it's got sort of best of both worlds. You've got a skill that allows you to invest in the right areas, but at the same time, the decision making and the nimbleness that allows you to operate in what today is especially very dynamic environment. I mean, you see everything, whether it's the consumer behavior, whether it's the addition of technology across the entire spectrum of value creation. Then you see the macroeconomic changes. There's so much dynamic factors that are going on. To be nimble is an extremely important competitive edge. And being a private company allows you to be nimble, and being scaled allows you to make the right investment for your customers and for your shareholders.
I don't know if they warn you, Imran. They say once you enter the flooring business, you never leave. Did they warn you about that?
They did, and I signed up for that. But to be fair, it's an exciting industry. I've been in building products industry for a very long time. It is a very stable industry, and once you're in it, you're part of the family, and you really don't want to leave at the end of the day.
One last question is: you look across this flooring industry, what customer needs do you think are still underserved today?
It's a great question. I think customers are looking for far more than just great products. I mean, having great products is probably a basic element that every company has to have. They're looking for partners who can help them navigate the complexity that exists today, looking for partners who respond faster to the changing market environment, partners who can identify new opportunities for growth. There is really an opportunity for companies that combine innovation with sort of a deep customer understanding and making their business, our partners, our customers' business, more simpler, more valuable, helping solve their problems, helping them grow. That is really what our customers are looking for, and a partner who can provide that in a less risky environment is going to be a successful partner for them.
Okay, Imran, I appreciate you spending time with us, and let me help introduce you to the industry. Again, been talking to Imran Ahmad, the CEO of HMTX, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.